Hello, Mark Crossfield here. I'm here with Glenn Billington in his indoor putting studio here in Murcia in Spain. We're going to do a video today talking a little bit about Lee Westwood's putting.
Yeah.
Lots of it in the press.
Yeah, there is.
We're just going to have a discussion about it and give you maybe some of our opinions on maybe the trials and tribulations of certainly one of our best ball strikers of all time, almost, tee to green. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about Lee Westwood's putting. Given maybe our fantastic solutions and see if we can get you guys understanding what he's doing, and maybe if he ever watches it, he can just ignore this video or listen to it if he thinks it's appropriate.
Or take us to court.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get stuck in. Right guys, so we're going to talk a little bit about Lee Westwood's putting. Obviously his putting is in the press a lot.
Yeah, under scrutiny by so many people.
Which must make it so much harder for him as well.
I feel for the bloke, I really
absolutely.
do.
I mean, tee to green, I think we would all see, and I've seen it in so many tournaments this year, really noticeably how impressive tee to green he is. As good as anyone out there, if not the best. But I've seen 3-foot putts missed by 4 inches right. You know, it's like, wow, that is a proper miss, not even hitting the hole.
It's not even a misread.
No, so what are we seeing with him at the moment, Glenn? We've seen, where's he gone with his putting? Show us he's changed his stance quite noticeably, hasn't he? Only of you watching this video in the present, we see quite a different setup position, don't we?
Because we talk about so many things. We talk about every player's posture. We talk about the grip. We talk about their alignment, their aim, everything that they do.
Yeah.
One little thing can change so many of those variables.
Absolutely.
They can make a difference in what happens to that ball. As we say, we want to hit the ball straight.
Yeah.
We want to hit it on line, we want to hit it on target.
Yeah, so he definitely wants to do more of that.
We want to do all of that. So take the thought out of it. But what I've noticed, what Lee has done and what Lee Westwood's doing, I know, and from what I've seen, in my opinion, from what I've seen, he used to hold the putter in his fingers quite a lot. Yeah. Which a lot of players do, but I think he brings the hands into it too much. Okay. So, in the opposite direction, from what I've seen, it looks as though he's tried to take out the hands.
Absolutely. I mean, he's basically what he's done. If you show, he's raising the heel, isn't he? You're distinctly seeing a noticeable raising of the heel. Yeah, just so there. This part of the club here, heel, toe, outside, inside, heel, outside, toe, coming way off the ground.
That's right. So,
which is getting that those hands really high, isn't it? And like you say, it's kind of taking the hands almost completely out, isn't it?
Yeah, and it looks strange.
It definitely looks different, which then makes us say words like strange, doesn't it? Because it's something that you're not going to see every day.
It's outside the box.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's obviously done some work with somebody,
which is great, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, that's really a good point. I think is that if you are struggling with your putting, which obviously he has had struggles, or he's not putting to the standard that he would want to, I'm sure he would even admit that, is that he's obviously seeking advice, you know, and that's why people like Glenn are around to try and help guys. It doesn't have to be Lee Westwood, it could be you, it could be anyone. Don't just stand out there struggling and kind of making things up. Go and get measured. I mean, I'm sure he's been measured with things like Sam, and I'm sure he's been measured with other systems, and they've seen certain patterns in his movement that aren't kind of where they'd want them to be, and they're working in a different setup position to try and fix those positions. I mean, my concern with the position, and we'll hear your opinion as well, I mean, when I stand that way, it just feels like I've got actually less control over what I'm doing. The face for me feels more vulnerable, opening and closing. It feels more, certainly if I had to hit the putt with any kind of distance, any kind of power, it didn't have to be a long putt, it could be a 6-foot putt uphill into the wind, you know, where I have to hit it that bit harder. That, to me, just feels really insecure.
Yeah, what I'm seeing is the hands in that position, and I get the feel of the putter is actually taking over what he's doing. I've seen it on a couple of events recently, and I was lucky enough to see it down the line and in front, and you could see it was an actual drag of the putter to the left, and it missed. The same again, 2 or 3 inches to the left.
I mean, and there's lots of logic. I can see if you are, if he feels, and we don't know this, but if he feels like he's twitching the putter around, take those hands out of it to get the feeling of taking any of that twitching out. I can understand the logic, and we're not in any way saying he's doing it wrong.
No,
you know, I'm sure he's getting the advice from the best, and knows what worked best for him, and I hope he completely proves us wrong and holds everything this year. US Open coming up and the rest of it, because we know T to green, he can beat anyone. If he can get that putter working, he's going to be the man. But for me, standing in that way makes him look even more vulnerable than he did before.
Yeah, I think
taking it. I mean, I think you've said it in other videos, and I agree. I would like to see him get the hands back in as much as possible.
But in the correct fashion.
Absolutely.
And I don't think he's found that yet. In my opinion, I don't think he's found the right direction for Lee Westwood. He's searching, but I do hope he does well.
Well, what I admire is that he is searching, because that is what lots of people absolutely don't do. Yeah. I definitely would like to see him more in a conventional position, maybe changing a little bit more basic kind of ball position, shoulder position a bit more than such a drastic change.
I would like to see him get that position in the hands, locking it in.
Yeah, absolutely. Taking the hands out, but more in a way where you can still feel the hands moving back and forwards to a certain extent, rather than just kind of almost numbing the hands in that position.
Who was it who said golf is a game of opposites?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Somebody, I can't remember who said it, but I know it's something I use. Well, it is, we try to do the right things, but sometimes they might be the wrong things.
Absolutely. So look guys, what do you think? Post comments down below. I mean, the main point in this video, it's a bit of a discussion, so join in, post comments down below. I'd love to hear what you got to say. There's always loads of comments when it comes to Lee Westwood putting, as you can imagine. So really interesting to hear what you've got to say. Have you tried putting with your hands bolt upright like we see him on the telly putting at the moment, or not? It's something that you've noticed as well as you play, as you watch the telly and watch him putt. Do you think it will be the solution for him or not? Post comments. I'd be really interested to see the comments.
I would,
thanks for watching, guys. If you're struggling with your putting, definitely go and get measured. Get on SAMs. Get on there's some really good systems out there that can measure what's happening with your stroke. Measure what's happening with your face, timing, all these kind of things, so you don't have to struggle, so you can work on some solid fundamentals to help you improve your putting. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll speak to you all soon. So if you like what's going on here, don't be afraid to subscribe to the channel. Also thumbs up the video, post comments, love to hear what you guys got to say. Let's keep it social. The more we talk, the more we share, the easier this game will get for everybody. So if you want to find me on Facebook here, you can find me on Facebook. If you want to tweet me, find me on Twitter here as well. Just follow the links, all in the description. Come and join the show, get active, get involved, get playing some better golf. Thanks for watching.